So to start out, we're going to be making a picture, one object right in the middle of the paper, in this area. So it could go this way, the wide way, or it could go the tall way. So depending on what your picture is going to be of, you want to think about if it should go the tall way or the wide way. If it was, imagine a flower, the top of the flower was up here, and the stem, and maybe some leaves at the bottom, the flower would need it to go the tall way. If I was drawing a heart, since a heart is a little bit wider than it is tall, I could do it the wide way. If I was doing a fish, that could go the sideways, wide way. If I was doing a parrot or a bird that's a tall type of bird, I could do it this way. So your shape doesn't have to be that complicated. You can make a heart, you could make a 4-leaf clover since it was just St. Patrick's Day. You could make an insect like a bee or a butterfly. You could even do maybe even a rainbow. So if you turned it this way, do a rainbow, or a cloud by itself. You could do a cloud. You could do anything that just wants to be one thing. So not a whole picture, but one element. So let me actually do a cloud. I think a cloud would be kind of interesting. So a cloud is pretty easy. So if you want something that's simple, a cloud might be a good one for you. So I'm just going to be making curved or scalloped edges going all the way around in a cloud shape. Okay, you may want to practice this without even touching your paper. You could use your finger just to practice the pattern of going around and in, around and in, if you're doing a cloud. You don't have to if you're not. So I'm going to go like this. And connect it. So I got my cloud shape. Now I'm going to draw a couple little curved lines on here. And then now that I have my shape done, I'm going to be dividing out the background into different sections. So I'm going to take my pencil and I'm going to go out to the edge. And it doesn't really matter the direction of the sections either. Although this looks kind of cool because it almost looks like rain coming down and blowing this way. So maybe I'll keep that in mind for my cloud. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to want to add patterns in the background of each section so that each section is different. So maybe you want to make stripes in one section. Now I'm going to add, let's see, maybe some circles up here. I like doing the flowers and leaves and stuff, so maybe I'll do a leaf shape. So maybe here I'll do some, I've got this shaped circle stripes, maybe I'll do some lightning. Ooh, lightning bolts would be cool because of the cloud. And then I was thinking over here, I could do some raindrops. So I'm going to turn my paper so it's on this diagonal. So now I've got my patterns. Okay, my next step is going to be to color in my patterns. If you don't even have any colors at all and just have pencil, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to color in the objects of your pattern, or the elements of your pattern, darker or lighter than the background of your paper. So for this, I'm going to do 1 or 2 sections like that. So for the rain section, I think I'm going to leave the rain white and then the background gray. So I'm just going to very lightly turn my pencil on this angle and just very lightly color around the cloud. So as you can see, I just used my pencil to create gray, and then I have the outline with my pencil and the white droplets for the rain. So if you only have a pencil, you would do this kind of technique all over your paper. So, for example, if I was doing these stripes, I could do these stripes dark gray and light gray. So I'm going to add yellow for my sun shape, my circles, and I'm going to have a blue background. It's really important that you do your light colors first, because if I have yellow here and I add my blue on top of it, it stays nice and clean, and the yellow doesn't really show up in the blue. Well, that wasn't really a perfect circle, but it's okay. Okay, but if I have blue here, and I'm not going to even do this because it's going to make a mess. If I have blue first and then I do my yellow, the yellow is going to pull the blue into it and it's going to look really dirty. It's going to turn the yellow kind of green. So you always want to do your lightest colors first and then your darker colors after. Okay. This section, I want to show you if you are doing crayon and marker. You have to do your marker part first. So if you want to do a little of both, say you want to use a color crayon that you don't have the marker color for, you've got to do the crayon bits first. Second, you have to do the marker first. Because if I go over something with crayon with my marker, the crayon will get stuck on the tip of the marker and then it'll not work very well. So let's see. For this one, I think I'm going to do the crayon as the background and the marker for my leaves. Let me see. I'm going to test my color. I'm going to do a purple background with my golden lightning bolts. So I have to do my marker first. Let me start out by outlining my space up to the line, going around the cloud. All right, so now I'm outlined. Now it's time for my lawnmower coloring. All right, so all my purple spaces are colored in, and I'm going to go over my lightning bolts with my golden crayon. Okay, so that's my colored in sections and then my black and white sections. You don't need to do any mix of media if you don't want to. If you want to do yours all in pencil, you can do it all in pencil. If you want to do yours all in crayon, you can do it completely in crayon. If you want to do it in all marker, do it in all marker. It's really your choice. If you want to do little things in crayon and then do watercolor in the background, go ahead and do that. If you do have a Sharpie and you are going to outline, or not even a Sharpie, but you could use a dark colored marker, you could use a colored pencil. So let me show you some ideas with this. If I'm using just pencil and I had a black pencil, I could then go and outline, even with my regular pencil actually. So that's my outline with a black colored pencil. If you have regular pencil, you can do that too. Let's look at that. Okay, so that's my pencil outlining. Okay, and if you wanted to do that on these shapes, if you needed to clean them up, you could, but you don't have to. Okay. If you have a darker colored marker, so let me take out this darker blue, although I'm already using blue here. You could outline it with either the darker color or, oh, you can see that. Or you could use your black if you have black, or the Sharpie if you do have Sharpie. This one, I think that the pencil outlines look totally fine. I'm just gonna go over the cloud part again, like I did over here. And then I'm gonna go over this with my pencil to make it thicker. So I'm gonna say that that's it for now. I'm really nervous about outlining this again with something else, so I think I'm gonna leave it like that. If you want to, you can actually outline it with black colored pencil. I think we want to outline the sections too. Romero Britto does outline his sections, so let's make them just a little bit bolder. And that's my first finished picture. I'm going to do a couple others to give you some ideas with different media, and you guys will get to do this on your own as soon as you're ready.